Dere-Dere. Dere-Dere is a term for a character who is love-struck and does not hide their romantic feelings towards their love interest. They will be very openly affectionate and loving towards that person the entire time, and will behave in cute ways that make that person want to spoil them with affection. Yui Hirasawa from K-On! And Ochaku Uraraka from My Hero Academia are two good examples of this type of Dere. Tsun-Dere. A Tsun-Dere acts distant, standoffish, and stuck up towards their love interest in order to conceal their feelings of love for them. They can't be honest with the person they like, and will pretend not to be interested in them at first. However, after becoming more close to these people, and falling in love to the point that they can no longer deny their feelings, they will start to show a more honest and loving, affectionate side towards them. They will want their love interest to be intimate with them, or tell them that they love them, actively seeking their affection. Perfect examples of this type are Taika Aisaka from Doro-Dere and Asuka Langley Soryu from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yan-Dere. A Yan-Dere is a character whose love, admiration, and devotion to someone is so strong that it causes them to become mentally unstable. Their love is expressed as an excessive obsession and possessiveness towards their love interest. They become so attached to their person that it's impossible for them to let go, and they may even use violence towards anyone who threatens their relationship. Two good examples are Yuno Gasai from Mirai Nikki and Kotonoha Katsura from School Days. Kuu-Dere. Also known as Kuu-Dere in Western media, is a term for a character who appears calm and expressionless most of the time, but becomes cute and loving around their love interest. They don't talk much and have a cold, uninterested attitude towards people who are not that person. Although it might not appear like it at first, they are hiding a deep inner love inside that will come out after becoming close to that person. They will start behaving in cute ways around their love interest and have a more loving side than most, wanting that person to give them lots of affection. Rei Ayanami from Neon Genesis Evangelion and Kanade Tachibana from Angel Beats are great examples of this type. Dan-Dere. A Dan-Dere is silent almost to the point of us becoming socially awkward, but will suddenly become talkative and sweet when they are around their love interest. They will often keep to themselves and not go out of their way to try to talk to anyone other than their love interest, revealing that they're actually just shy. They often struggle with severe social anxiety and will depend on that person to help them overcome it. Good examples of this are Hinata Hyuga from Naruto and Ayatojo from Strawberry 100%. Doro-Dere. A Doro-Dere character appears sweet, kind, and innocent on the surface as a disguise to hide their true intentions, but is full of disturbed thoughts and feelings of hatred towards their love interest on the inside. They will act behind the scenes using their love interest for their own gain, or even trying to crush them. They can be said to have a confused love-hate relationship with that person. Once they inevitably realize they do actually love that person, they will force him or her to be with them no matter if they want it or not. They want total ownership of their love interest and will manipulate them to make it happen. Kikyo Kushida from Classroom of the Elite and Shigere Soma from Fruits Basket are two good examples. Hime-Dere. A Hime-Dere is a female character of noble status who starts out wanting their love interest to constantly give them lots of attention. They are very prim, proper, and ladylike, which makes them feel like they are deserving to always be the center of that person's attention. At first, they will be very demanding and selfish. However, eventually they will realize that they have been being too hard on their love interest and feel a powerful desire to do affectionate things for them, to show them that they are also loved. They will start behaving in cute ways and showing a more considerate and intimate side to their love interest, realizing that it doesn't matter where they go or what they do as long as the two of them are together. Two characters that embody these characteristics are Irina Nakiri from Food Wars and Satsuki Kiryuin from Kill la Kill. Ouji-Dere. An Ouji-Dere acts like a prince or has a princely attitude, often expecting others to treat them with the same respect and admiration. It is a male version of Hime-Dere. Tamaki Suo from Oran High School Host Club and Vegeta from Dragon Ball are good examples of this character type. Gou-Dere. Gou-Dere characters will stop at nothing to obtain whatever they think or want their love interest to have. They are unstoppable forces that do whatever they please for their special someone. They have an idealized notion of their love interest, believing that they deserve the world or that they should be treated as gods, even if that person explains to them that it is not necessary at all. Good examples of this are Albedo from Overlord or Toru from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Sado-Dere. Sado-Dere is a character who enjoys playing with the feelings of their love interest by teasing them. They will playfully humiliate or talk down to them in a teasing manner because they enjoy the pleasure they get from having control over them and enjoy seeing their reactions. However, they still greatly care about their love interest and want to be loved by them, so after becoming closer, they will start to show a more sweet and affectionate side. Himiko Toga from My Hero Academia and Akeno Himejima from High School DxD are good examples. Maso-Dere. A Maso-Dere is a character who likes being humiliated and teased by someone. They want their love interest to force them to do humiliating acts because they enjoy pleasure they get from being submissive. Two nice examples of this are Virgo from Fairy Tail and Darkness from Konosuba. Aho-Dere. An Aho-Dere is a character who is airheaded, naive, or somewhat foolish, often failing to grasp serious situations or feelings of others. Their foolishness is more about being oblivious or absent-minded. Two good examples are Ash Ketchum from Pokemon and Goku from Dragon Ball. Baka-Dere. Baka-Dere is synonymous with Aho-Dere, but in the Western geek culture, a Baka-Dere is a clumsy character who often acts foolish, but their intentions are usually good-hearted. Usagi from Sailor Moon and Aqua from Konosuba are two good examples of this type. Hine-Dere. Hine-Dere has nihilistic views of the world and is very cynical. They are very cold-hearted and highly arrogant, thinking everything is pointless. They will get easily annoyed by other people at first. However, after spending enough time with their love interest, they will eventually learn to enjoy life and change their views. Good examples are Hachiman Hikigaya from My Youth Romantic Comedy Strong As I Expected, and Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto. Ero-Dere. An Ero-Dere acts erotic at first to hide their feelings, but will become extremely embarrassed after experiencing true affection. They will pretend to be very lewd people, but in reality they are a lot more vulnerable and romantic than they let on. Ria Sciamori from High School DxD and Yoruichi Shioin from Bleach are perfect examples of this type. Ouju-Dere. An Ouju-Dere is a female character who has strict, dignified exterior and behaves with perfect ladylike manners like a true princess in public, but turns cute and affectionate when alone with their love interest. They always keep a smile on their face and have a very gentle and calm demeanor. However, once they find someone they have fallen in love with, they will feel more comfortable just being themselves and relaxing around them, no longer being worried about keeping up formal appearances. Two examples of this type are Momo Yaoyorozu from My Hero Academia and Chizuru Mizuhara from Rent-A-Girlfriend. Jen-Dere. A Jen-Dere is a male version of the Ouju-Dere. Like the Ouju-Dere, they are kind, mature, and true gentlemen. Two examples are Tenya Ida from My Hero Academia and Ichiya from Fairy Tail. Shun-Dere. A Shun-Dere is characterized by being melancholic, depressed, or in a state of sadness because their love interest doesn't pay attention to them at all. In this regard, it's a lot more harmless type of sadness in comparison to the depression type of an Utsu-Dere. Lulu from Final Fantasy X and Melo from Death Note can be considered good types of this. Utsu-Dere. An Utsu-Dere is normally depressed and gloomy all of the time, but becomes cheerful and loving when their love interest is around. They will depend on them to put a smile on their face and motivate them to improve their life. With enough time after meeting their love interest, they will gradually begin to become happier as a whole and build relationships again to help them move on from their prolonged sadness. Kaoru Yamazaki from Welcome to the NHK and Itachi Uchiha from Naruto are good examples of this type. Daru-Dere. A Daru-Dere has a lazy, apathetic, and dull personality who never wants to do anything fun. They live a very mundane life and lack a sense of excitement, which causes them to always be bothered by the love interest wanting to spend time with them. After enough time, they will realize that they do enjoy spending time with their love interest, and will start to be more upfront with their feelings and showing a more happy, caring side. Good examples are Shoto Aizawa from My Hero Academia and Shikamaru Nara from Naruto. Nemui-Dere. A Nemui-Dere spends much of their time sleeping, but is very sweet towards their love interest when they are awake. They enjoy their sleeping time and will try to get as much sleep as they can. Often their love interest is the one who will have to motivate them through their love to become less sleepy. Laffy from Azur Lane is a great example. Kami-Dere. A Kami-Dere has a god complex, believing they are superior to others and often behaving arrogantly. They will demand to be treated like the perfect being they think they are, but will eventually open up and show a more respectful and loving side towards their love interest. Two examples are Light Yagami from Death Note and Gilgamesh from Fate Stay Night. Un-dere. An Un-dere is a character who says yeah or I agree to almost everything their love interest says, so they don't accept them. Instead of saying no and causing a potential conflict, they will simply say yeah and pretend like they agree with them so that they can stay being lovey-dovey. Kosaki Un-dere from Nisekoi and Mise Imane from Death Note are two nice examples. Bocchan-Dere. A Bocchan-Dere is a character of high status who is spoiled and thinks they are better than everyone else. They like to flaunt their status in front of others, but after becoming fond of someone they will become very protective and use their status or wealth to help their love interest in any way possible. Two great examples are Neito Monoma from My Hero Academia and Damien Desmond from Spy X Family. Kane-Dere. A Kane-Dere is a character that can be understood as someone who is deeply obsessed by money or wealth, often to an extreme degree. Their actions and behaviors revolve around acquiring or maintaining wealth. Great examples of this type are Nami from One Piece and Tetsuya Aizen from Food Wars. Yoi-Dere. Yoi-Dere is a normally calm and collected person but becomes very playful, cute and flirtatious towards their love interest when they are drunk. Melissa Mao from Full Metal Panic and Kenna Alberona from Fairy Tales are perfect examples of this character type. Nyan-Dere. A Nyan-Dere is a character who expresses their love for their love interest by getting intimate with them the same way a cat does. They will be highly affectionate towards their love and express their desire to be loved in the same way that a cat does when it wants to be a pet, such as by batting their paws to get their attention or rubbing against them and asking them to be pet on the head. They will also add nya to the sentences and make themselves sound cuter to their love interest. An example of this, every single anime girl with cat ears. Tere-Dere. A Tere-Dere is a character who gets really embarrassed around someone they love. They get extremely love-struck by the person they like, which causes them to become very bashful around that person. They may even become more embarrassed if they get complimented by the one they love. After spending enough time with their love interest, they may be able to get used to being affectionate and overcome their embarrassment. Kosaki Un-dere from Nisekoi and Saoko Kuronoma from Kimi no Toreke are good examples of this. Uza-Dere. An Uza-Dere is a character who is very loud and like annoying their love interest. They are often very passionate about the topic and get overwhelming joy from sharing it with their love interest. Great examples of this type can be Hana Uzaki from Uzaki-chan wa Asobi Tai and Hisashi Yamada from My Hero Academia. Mega-Dere. Mega-Dere is a character who has strong adoration for the love interest and will not be afraid to give them large displays of affection. They will become noticeably happy whenever they are around that person they love, to the point they may even start blushing uncontrollably. Sanji from One Piece and Brock from Pokemon are two perfect examples. Byouki-Dere. A Byouki-Dere is a character who is kind, affectionate, gentle at heart, but suffers from a serious illness. They may be confined to a hospital bed or wheelchair as a result of their illness, or they may just be weak and need assistance getting around. Kaya from One Piece and Jushi Kitake from Bleach are two characters of this type. Kane-Dere. A Kane-Dere is a Dere-Dere character who wants to get married to their love interest right away. They believe in fate, and when they find the one they feel is their soulmate, they will immediately ask them to marry them. Boa Hancock from One Piece and Juvia Luxor from Fairy Tail are the best examples of this type. Kichi-Dere. A Kichi-Dere is a character who acts like a crazy lunatic, but whose feelings of love towards someone are surprisingly normal. They act dangerous and insane most of the time, but when it comes to the love interest, they will show a more pure and cute side and be very loving and affectionate towards them. Two examples of this type are Charlotte Pudding from One Piece and Esther from Akame ga Kill. Kitiku-Dere. A Kitiku-Dere is a character who often bullies someone they like to hide their true feelings of affection. They do this because they think their sweet side makes them look weak, but they are also quite affectionate and loving at times. Revi from Black Lagoon, Katsuki Bakugo from My Hero Academia also suit this character type very well. Baka-Dere. A Baka-Dere is a character who lashes out with their fists when they get embarrassed from their love interest in order to hide their shyness and feelings of love. They go into fight or flight mode when flustered, despite not really wanting to hurt their love interest. After some time, as they want to get more used to being affectionate with that person, they will feel less flustered and will gain control over their aggressiveness impulses. Two characters that suit this type are Mahiru Inami from Working and Ukyo Koinji from Ranma Half. Hyakasudere. Hyakasudere is a character who flirts with someone in a non-serious way to playfully tease them and get a flustered reaction out of them. They will make suggestive remarks to mess with their love interest and playfully laugh at their reaction. They often find to be cute. They are not characters who try to directly seduce their love interest, but rather to do it with the sole intent to provoke a flustered reaction out of them. Zero-2 from Darling in the Franxx and Togaki from Teasing Master Togaki-san are two great examples.